GMFB, Shreddy Wop.
Patterson, New Jersey. Good.
Yeah, shout out to New Jersey.
That's it. Shreddy Wop.
How about Shred Sheeran? We've done that one. Yeah, we've done that one.
Love
Freddie Mercury we haven't done. Shreddy Van Halen?
We've mentioned him.
Yeah, I think we've done that.
Can you give me a Shreddy Prince Jr.?
Yeah, that's a good
You
one.
could do a Shreddy Prince
He's
Jr.
all right.
The Grateful Shred.
That's good.
Grateful Shred's good. Shred Kennedy.
Jacob Ullman loves that one. Shout out to Jacob. That's your guy.
Shred Flanders.
Shred Flanders works too. Oodly doodly. I'm into it. Doodly ho, neighbor.
The Left Hand Store. Great stuff, guys, on Twitter. And we'll be playing Fantasy Shredder in just a little bit. But first, let's check in with our guy, Will Selva, in the newsroom in L.A. Hey, Will, take it away in English.
How about Right Shred Fred? Is that one? Maybe?
Yeah!
Yes.
Right shred.
I'm too shreddy.
Yeah, there we
Better
go.
off Shred.
There we go. I like it. Shred Flintstone. We can go on for the whole morning. Okay.
No.
Two more rookies making their first NFL starts this weekend. Top overall pick, Baker Mayfield, getting the start against the Raiders, while 10th overall pick, Josh Rosen, will line up against the Seahawks, now making it 4 rookie QBs starting for their respective teams. Now, Rosen replacing an ineffective Sam Bradford for Arizona. Head coach Steve Wilkes saying Wednesday's practice was electrifying with a heightened sense of urgency, all because of Rosen. Now, for his part, Rosen is downplaying the significance of his first start.
It's still football. I mean, regardless of how much everyone's getting paid around you, it's still football. Just wearing different jerseys, and that's probably the most relieving thing. It's getting on the field is just completing a ball and sort of understanding it's still the same game I've been playing since 3rd grade.
Okay. Oh hum, nothing to see. Rashard Matthews' time in Tennessee apparently coming to an end. The wide receiver asking the team to release him due to a lack of targets through the first 3 weeks of the season. Matthews texting our very own Tom Pelissero saying the team will grant his request, but Tom adds there are some contractual issues to work through first. Several Dolphins players spending their off day this week taking part in the Dolphins Football Unites program, visiting the Broward Sheriff's Office to take part in ride-alongs, as well as discussing community policing and taking part in youth engagement activities. Now, this marks the 3rd consecutive ride-along for the Dolphins in an effort to show a united front in Broward County between Dolphins players and law enforcement. I love the spirit of cooperation and the fact that they have this. It is great to see, and it is just a great example for everybody around the league.
And on their day off, 7 days a week they work.
Exactly.
They get one off day, and for them to be spending it doing something that matters to them personally and that affects so many others in their community, it's huge. And we appreciate you, Will, for highlighting all of that throughout the show here on Good Morning Football. Back here in New York City at the breakfast table, we are talking nothing but Bucks just for right now because we don't know who the quarterback is. In week 4, it is a mystery still. And the Bears, they're taking no chances in their preparations. Let's send it over to our very own Stacey Dales with more.
Good morning, Kay. Good morning to you guys. Listen, while the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not divulging who their starting quarterback will be here in week 4, let's just pull the wool off of our eyes, folks, because if you're the Chicago Bears, you know you're facing the #1 total offense, #1 passing offense, #1 offense in terms of yards per play. The guy driving that bus, quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick. Here's Bears head coach Matt Nagy on Wednesday on how his team is preparing for the Bucs QB situation.
We're not sure. I mean, I think that we could end up seeing Ryan, but I don't know. And what they've done so far with him is very impressive. And then for him to have, a rough first half there with turnovers, you want to talk about next play mentality. I mean, he just came out and just kept throwing the ball up and down the field and making plays. And you got to love that about a quarterback that does that. So we'll see. I don't know that. And I know that, Vic will have those guys ready for both.
While the Bears don't officially know who they're going to see at quarterback, linebacker Danny Trevathan gave me his thoughts on Ryan Fitzpatrick. He said, listen, he's getting those guys the football. He's spreading that offense out. And they believe in him. The Chicago Bears certainly believe in themselves, especially defensively. Leading the NFL with 14 sacks, Trevathan told me it all starts with coordinator Vic Fangio. He said he puts us in perfect situations to make plays. He is a wizard with his calls. The Chicago Bears hoping to go 3-1 and stay atop the NFC North on Sunday. Kay?
Thanks so much, Stacey, for all of that info. I love this matchup. I cannot wait for it on Sunday, not because I grew up in Chicago, but because the Bears and the Bucs are two of the more surprising, impressive teams to start this season. Who would you say is most improved since last year, guys? Is it the Bears? Is it the Bucs? I'll submit the Redskins as a team that I still feel like it's early. They're not getting as much respect as maybe they should, but they have the #2 defense in the league this year, guys. That is a huge, huge step up from what they were last year. They were the 27th, and they haven't had a top 2 defense since 1991. Not ironic or, lost on me that that's the last time that they went to the Super Bowl, by the way. Also, they have the #4 rushing offense in this league. Adrian Peterson, this vet that came in to sort of be a Band-Aid on the fact that they lost their rookie Darius Geis, ends up having 100 or more rushing yards in 2 of just 3 games played this year. This team is improved, and they're bringing it on offense and defense.
Absolutely. Great offensive line, great defensive line, and Peterson's been awesome. The Redskins are one of these teams that are coming from nowhere, right? I'm picking a team that everyone thought was going to be good, but I think they're better this year. I think the Los Angeles Rams are the most improved team this year. When you add in, I think Brandon Cooks is an upgrade from Sammy Watkins, and I think those defensive additions have been outstanding. You look at the point differential across the league of some of our best teams. The Rams are plus 66 through 3 games. That's insane. And that means, guys, they're outscoring opponents 102 to 36. Incredible. They're blowing teams out. And I think tonight is going to be a really interesting experiment because it's on national TV and it's against a Vikings team that also got a lot of hype in the offseason. Yeah. I think the Rams are even better than they were last year, and they were really good last year.
They were, but I'm gonna go with the undefeated Miami Dolphins. Let's go exactly 1 year ago, coming off of Week 3 with the Dolphins. The Dolphins just lost 20-6 to the Jets. They got lit up by Josh McCown. It was Jay Cutler. Their leading rusher was Jay Ajayi with 16 yards shortly before he was jettisoned. They ran down Adam Gase right after the game, losing 20-6. I love Gase. Gase, what did you think of the game? They beat the bleep out of us. That's the only way to say it. We didn't show up. That was Adam Gase 1 year ago. Now we're 3-0, coming for the Patriots, surging, deadly. I love the Dolphins right now. I think it's a major, major metamorphosis. They're the ones.
Yeah, talk about metamorphosis. How about the Browns? Just think about how they were described over the last few years. There's a few ways I heard them described. They're all bums. They're all losers. They're all scrubs. It's all drama. They're all talk. You mentioned Freddie Prinze Jr. earlier. I think now it's like the movie All That. Like, she's all that. With the Browns, he's all that. Before the last couple of years, they're walking around, glasses all crooked, looking all scruffy, and all of a sudden they got cleaned up.
I thought she was cute.
And now they're walking by, and you're like, hold up, is that the Browns right there?
Under the milky twilight.
Okay, you want to go to the dance? Okay. That's how I feel about them. All of a sudden, this team is sexy. Listen, there's a lot of teams in the league we might go take a bathroom break and not watch, but now all of a sudden, looking at the Browns, I see you on the schedule, I want to see every single game. Yes, the Brown. He's all that.
And the Bears and the Bucs. There are so many teams that we are excited to see this year, and this NFL is the best.
Talk about it.
Topsy-turvy. Greatest. You know what else is the best? The multi-platinum selling music of the Imagine Dragons. Here we go. They're taking over NFL Network all this week. You're hearing it on the bumps, and we are so excited about the Worldwide Superstar Band special interview on Good Morning Football tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern. And be sure to check out Imagine Dragons' new single, Zero, which you're hearing, and it's available now. Let's give it a minute.
For Zero.
Like it. Jordy Nelson, got to talk about him, though. So he had a